In this episode we pick up two hitchhikers on Nordeney, our two gasts, Theo and Natalie, just before we experienced a MayDay because a helicopter crashed into the water on the north side of Nordeney. From Nordeney we continue towards Amsterdam. For the rest of the video we explore Amsterdam for 6 days. As we left Helgoland we were supposed to go to Bochum, but plans changed and a couple of guests asked us if they could join us on our boat. They were on Nordeney on another boat, and in cooperation with them they had decided to get off. We can go to Nordeney on high waters, so that is what we did in order to pick them up. And all of a sudden we were two more on our boat.
Okay, so we are on the way now to Nordeney. We just, what's that called?
We are going to pick up two hitchhikers, get some fuel on the boat, and then we're probably going to proceed to Amsterdam.
Yeah, so the real story is that we are getting two guests from Sailing Impossible. It's another Danish boat that's going around the world. And yeah, these two just decided that they wanted to try and sail with us instead. And so that's in all interest, or we have all agreed that that would probably be a good idea. So we're gonna go pick them up at Nordeney now, and then fuel the boat, and then hopefully fuel the boat. We really need that. And then maybe sail all the way to Amsterdam. It sounds crazy to me, but I mean, with more hands on board and more people that can entertain Anton and that can help, prepare different things, it would be maybe nice.
And we are going to Nordeney, and we can only be there in high water because there's not water depth enough in low water.
Yes, so we can't stay there.
We need to go in on very high water, get the boat fueled and get out again.
Yes.
So that's a little tricky, but I think we'll manage.
Yes. Just received a MayDay out here that there has been a helicopter crash on the south side of the island. So they call all boats and people in the area to sail or fly straight there. The thing for us is that on the south of the island, there's not deep enough for us to sail in there.
It seems that there's a lot of small boat nearby, so there should be a lot of assistance.
Yeah.
But it's very close to here. It's actually just on the other side of the island.
Yeah. You see the island right here.
It was quite scary to experience, and from what we have heard the pilot did not make it. There were a lot of rescue boats and helicopters in the area, so the help came fast. But there were many calls over the radio and it just got really close. We left the North Sea in Imuten and proceeded towards Amsterdam through the locks. It was easy to get through. We just called from VHF and 5 minutes later the lock opened and we were able to get through. And with more hands on board it was easier to tie and untie the lines. The closer we got to Amsterdam, the more it started to rain. The last hour of sailing, it was pouring down. Welcome to Amsterdam.
So first day in Amsterdam, and it's around noontime.
We have company.
We have company, and they are quite young, so they sleep they sleep late. So we are on our way now to the other side, to the central side, and we are waiting for a ferry boat. And today I think we're just going to do a walk in the central part of Amsterdam, and then we'll plan the next couple of days what to do. It's mixed weather. It's partly sunshine, but also rain showers and cloudy, around 20 degrees. So mixed weather, and it's going to be like that for the next days. It's going to be extremely windy for the next day, and that is actually why we stay in Amsterdam for so long.
From the really nice marina in Amsterdam, we walked 10 minutes to the ferry that took us straight into Amsterdam. The passage took around 10 minutes, and then we would be on the central station. The ferry was free, and it was such an easy way to get into the city. Also, the marina we stayed in was amazing, with the best facilities we had experienced so far. The first stop in Amsterdam was the Gowda Store, and we had the lady in the shop shortly describe the history of their cheese factory.
Here you can see how we make the cheese at the farm, how they begin. They are a family company. You can see Henry Villeneuve with his kids and with his wife, Griet, when they started about 50 years ago. Thank you.
We ended up buying a lot of the Dutch specialities, and especially their Gouda cheese.
Skal nok få lov at filme om lidt. Okay, so where are we?
So we made a pit stop at the restaurant and some Italian restaurant. It is of course in Amsterdam, but a kind of Italian theme.
Just a random one because we were hungry.
Yeah, and it looks nice.
Yeah.
It's called La Madonna.
Wishing for the kind of love you see in magazines. The illusion falls and nothing's what it seems to be. The part left is hurting deep inside of me. Heard a whisper, someone saw you at the bar.
The weather here in Amsterdam, not much good to say.
Really summertime. It has been like that for 2 days now, and I mean in between the rain showers it's actually we have some nice times with sunshine, but when it rains it really rains a lot.
The rain just kept pouring down, and we seeked shelter in a coffee shop in the afternoon before we headed back to the marina.
My feet are walking to a different sound. I'll leave the bitter taste of love come back.
The next day we went back into the city, and the city is below the water level as dikes are keeping out the water, so the city has a dense net of canals that is used for a lot of barge transportation. Early in the days, they were used to extinguish water, trash and sewage, and were also important traffic routes for the transportation of goods and people. The streets besides the canals are beautiful houses that are well maintained and just blends in perfectly.
So how is it here in Amsterdam?
Very good. The weather is nice today. And a bit surprised of the red light district. Girls with no clothes on almost. Yeah, I didn't expect that from the daylight. Maybe in the evening. But we're on our way to the Anne Frank's house just to see it from the outside.
Yes.
And then get some chocolate covered strawberries afterwards.
We were not able to get into Anne Frank's house, so instead we just had a look at it from the outside. Today it is a museum for the Jewish diary writer Anne Frank, who was hiding in the house together with a family from the Nazi persecution. Anton loves animals, so one of the days where Flemming had to do some boat work, the rest of the crew went to the zoo in Amsterdam. We ended up staying the whole day. The park is quite big and is located in the center of Amsterdam. It goes all the way back to 1838, and it was quite amazing to experience how they had maintained a lot of the old buildings from back then.
We are in the Amsterdam Zoo today. Flemming is actually at the boat doing a lot of boat work, so we are the rest of the crew here in the zoo. Anton and Theo and Natalia and me. And we are just going to see the different animals. It's actually quite big here. Oh, there are a lot of different animals, also ones that are not in the zoos in Denmark, so that's quite interesting, and Anton is having a good time.
So now we're here in Amsterdam on day 4 and going for a bit shopping, just eating a banana. And the boys will meet us here in maybe an hour or 2. So we're just the girls out shopping a bit, looking at Nike stores and buying raincoats. Very nice. The weather today is really good. It's perfect for shopping. No raining, not too hot, not too cold. Very nice.
And we don't want the guys with us shopping because they don't want us to go out in any stores. So now we have just an hour or 2 by ourselves. That's nice.
So Elisabeth, what are we doing?
We're going to visit a market, food market, here in a bit. We are having a pit stop to get a beer and and a soda. Just sitting here in Amsterdam. It's day 4. So and Natalia and I went shopping for a couple of hours.
And we had one of the national dishes for our lunch.
National dishes, yes, it was fries. It's I guess it's popular here to get. There are small fry stores all over the place, and there's a big line to get the fries. It's quite funny, but I mean they tasted good. Yeah. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will mean a lot to us. And you can also follow us on Instagram. Thank you!